and gentlemen, welcome to yet another exciting, titillating, orgasmic edition of Radical Rock and Record Reviews. And I'm your host, Wild Ride bassist Mick Watkins, otherwise known as Dick Twatkins, baby. Dick Twatkins, baby! And today, guys, we're going to take a look and we're going to review the brand new album from 80s heavy metal legends. We're talking about Dokken with their, the 12th studio album, Heaven Comes Down. When Heaven Comes Down! But of course, Heaven Comes Down is not on this album. That was on 1984's Tooth and Nail. But we're going to take a look at the brand new Dokken album, Heaven Comes Down. This album is one of my most anticipated releases of 2023. And this album, it's been a long time coming, dude. The last time a Dokken released a new album was in 2012 when Dokken released Broken Bones, okay? And in my opinion, in the opinion of Wild Ride bassist Mick Watkins, otherwise known as Dick Twatkins, Broken Bones was a complete shit sandwich, okay? I mean, it had a couple good tunes on. Empire was cool, the title track, Broken Bones. Thought Tonight was a cool song, but regardless, Broken Bones I thought was a shit sandwich, kinda. But fuck Broken Bones. We're gonna talk about the brand new album from Dokken, When Heaven Comes Down. Dude, what we got? We got like, see how many tracks is on this album? Yeah, we got 10 songs, 10 brand new cuts from Don Dokken and the boys. Got the CD right here. Check out the CD. Dude, okay, first let's get into the album cover. Okay, it's got the classic Dokken logo. You got the phoenix kind of rising from the ashes. Now I know my rock and roll brother from another mother, Edwin Canastrossi, did a review of this a couple weeks ago. And I know that he gave the mascot, his review was awesome, you gotta check it out. But he gave the Dokken Phoenix mascot a nickname. I think he called it Joey. So you know what, from here on out, the Dokken mascot, the Phoenix right here, is gonna be known as Joey. So anyway, look at Joey rising from the ashes of fucking flame and fire. And then you look at the back, there's Don Dokken belting it out. Oh yeah! Belting out the fucking lyrics. There's the track listing. Why am I showing you all the CD when we can look at the vinyl? Look at this, dude. I love Dokken, okay? I'm a huge Dokken fan, and like all of the bands, all the artists that I love, all my favorite bands, I'm a sucker. I gotta have the CD. I gotta have the vinyl. And I tell you what, I was gonna pre-order the cassette tape too, but before I could smash my finger on the pre-order button, dude, it was already sold out. So I was kind of bummed out. But nonetheless, dude, let's get into the review of this. Dokken, Heaven Comes Down. Is it hit or it is shit? You're gonna find out right now. But going back to this album cover though, I will go ahead and say that, I think this album's been out now for about 3 weeks. After looking at this album cover for the last 3 weeks, and even the months leading up to it, you know what? I can fully say with 100% confidence that Dokken, Heaven Comes Down, this is my favorite Dokken album cover. I love this album cover. I just love the logo, the color scheme of the fire, the pink and the orange and the red and the blue hues and stuff. And that fucking logo is just killer, dude. Hang on, I gotta fix this camera a little bit. It's kind of messing. There we go. It's kind of messing up on me a little bit. As you all know, if you watch previous episodes, the Alice Cooper episode that I did, the review of Road, everybody knows my tripod's a piece of shit. But yeah, that right there, my favorite Dokken album cover. So nonetheless, let's get down to the review of this. Track number 1, Fugitive. I'm a fugitive from life. Right off the bat, dude, Fugitive comes ripping out into a majestic buildup into pure mid-80s Dokken greatness. Don, and with his current state of vocals, Don Dokken, I don't want to harp on it, everybody kind of likes to talk shit about Don Dokken, saying he can't sing and stuff anymore. Is he the Don Dokken of 1984? Of course he's not. Of course he's not. But you know what though? On this album, Heaven Comes Down, on this album, Don Dokken takes his current vocal range and he makes the best of it. And in my opinion, he fucking kills it, dude. He fucking kills it. Don Dokken in prime modern day form, like the true heavy metal warrior and legend he is. In my opinion, Donnie Dokken sounds killer on this. He sounds good. Like I said, is it 1984, 1986, 1988 Dokken? Even 1999 Dokken? No, not really. But he fucking kills it. So fuck it. Yeah. Don's singing this. I'm a fugitive from life. Let me die upon this throne. He just delivers the doom and gloom and the moodiness that you want, need, and expect from Dokken. But it fucking rocks. It fucking rocks and it destroys and slays. And lead guitarist, John Levin, in my opinion, on this opening track, Fugitive, he totally out-lynches George Lynch. Yes, in 2023, in my opinion, John Levin sounds better than George Lynch. If George Lynch would have been on this album, in my opinion, I don't think the riffage nor the leads would have been as good as they are on this. So you know what? Fugitive comes right out the gate, crushing skulls and kicking ass. Awesome song. Then we go into track number 2, Gypsy, the track playing in the background. Gypsy kicks in. Cliche ass heavy metal title. Yes, the cry of the gypsy. Black Sabbath's got a song called Gypsy. Dokken had Cry of the Gypsy. There's a lot of heavy metal gypsy songs. And at this point, it's kind of cliched. But you know what? I fucking love heavy metal cliches. To me, that's one of the things that makes heavy metal fucking great. And Gypsy kicks ass nonetheless. More classic 80s Dokken riffage. I think this song probably could have been off of Tooth and Nail, or maybe Under Lock and Key. An excellent bass work throughout the track from new bassist Chris McCarville. Chris McCarville's kicking ass in the great tradition of Jeff Pilson. Chris McCarville's holding the bass down and steady, laying a good foundation for Donnie Dokken and the boys to rock. So yeah, Gypsy's cool. Fugitive kicks ass. Gypsy kicks ass. Track number 3. Is it me or you? Here we go. Party time Dokken. But of course, moody / emo emotional lyrics from Donnie Dokken. But I gotta say, I love the riff. It's just got this kind of sleaze and sexuality oozing from the main riff. It's very 1987-esque Whitesnake. The first time I hit play on the CD player out in my car, listen to this album, when this song kicked in, I was just like, dude, this kind of reminds me of fucking Whitesnake, like 1987, even, what's it called, forgot the name of it, Slide It In era Whitesnake. Got a very Whitesnake kind of vibe on it. Is it me or you? My favorite song on the album, John Levin killing the lead section, drummer BJ Zampa laying right in that pocket with the groove, dude, just fucking groove for days. An infectious ass chorus, love it. Is it me or you? My favorite track on Heaven Comes Down. Awesome Dokken, party time Dokken. Kind of a style and vibe that we really don't get that much from Donnie Dokken and the boys. So then you got track number 4. I should have treated you just like a rose, spreading your leaf in the sun. I should have treated you just like a rose. Track number 4, Just Like a Rose. The album moves forward with this chugging riff. On this release, Don has found a comfortable but yet greatly effective place in his current vocal range. Excellent background vocals. Helping Don out on the background vocals is a singer named Mark Bowles. So you gotta give it up to Mark Boyles, dude. Oh, yeah! Mark Boyles does a great job in helping deliver, those classic, big harmony, big background vocals that we found on the classic Dokken albums, such as, Breaking the Chains, Tooth and Nail, Under Lock and Key, Back for the Attack. This is the best background vocals on a Dokken release in many, many years, thanks to Mark Boyles. So far, this album is cooking 4 for 4. Heaven Comes Down, slaying it. Track number 5, I'll Never Give Up. The classic Dokken ballad, very much in the vein of Alone Again, or maybe even Slipping Away. You know what? Fuck your phones, everybody. You know what? Here it is. Fuck your phones. Get your Bic lighters out. Get your Bic lighters. Hold them up in the air. Grab your Aquanet teased hair, old lady. And you know what? In the spirit of Dokken and in true heavy metal, start finger banging! Get that finger banging action going. During this I'll Never Give Up, definitely Bic lighter, Aquanet tease hair, and finger banging action worthy. Excellent song, crank it up. Put it up there with all the greatest Dokken ballads of the past. Track number 6, Saving Grace. Going into a more of a kind of a modern style of Dokken, let's say in the style of like 2004's Hell to Pay or 2008's Lightning Strikes Again. Kind of in that style, to where it was kind of Dokken, taking the classic 80s sounds, but then kind of moving into a kind of a more modern style, let's say of the 2000s era. This tune is a mid-tempo slow burner, more gloomy Donnie Dokken lyrics, such as the following. I really dig these lyrics right here. Now I'm drowning in my blood in an ocean full of lies. The one that found his happiness lives beneath the tree of life. Heart-wrenching shit. You tell him, Donnie Dokken. Track number 6, Saving Grace. Killing it just like the previous tracks. So far, we're 6 for 6. Track number 7 on this massive album, known as Dokken, Heaven Comes Down. Over the Mountain. Kinda like Is It Me or You? Here's another slice of the more upbeat, positive Dokken. A different side of Dokken that I really dig, and a different side of Dokken that we really don't get a lot. Because a lot of Dokken, is kind of, it's upbeat and rocking, it's upbeat and heavy, but it's always, Dokken, like Donnie Dokken, like always talking about, lost love, depression, sadness, doom and gloom kind of stuff. But he doesn't do it in a pussy way. He does it in a cool rock and roll kind of badass way. But, this is kind of more uplifting lyrics from Donnie Dokken. Don and Mark Boyles killing it on the vocals. And this song had a pretty cool animated music video. It was pretty cool. Or wait a minute. No, I think it was Gypsy with the animated video. And like Over the Mountain had like a cool, I guess, animated lyric video. So that's pretty cool. Track number 8, I Remember. Power ballad number 2. But the verse, riff, and melody totally remind me of Alice Cooper, I'm 18. As soon as I first heard that song, hang on, let me get this going. As soon as I heard the verse, riff, and the melody, I automatically thought, I was like, dude, this reminds me a lot of Alice Cooper, I'm 18. Cool tune. But if I had to pick a least favorite on this album, it would probably be I Remember. But saying that though, the song does not suck. It's another good tune. It's just my least favorite on the album. Just not really crazy about the chorus and the chorus lyrics and stuff. But you should totally still rock out to I Remember, and you should still totally finger bang to I Remember. Track number 9, Lost in You. More of the modern era Dokken greatness. Kind of reminds me a little bit in vibe, the style of the riff and the style of just the way that the song is written. Kind of reminds me of like, you know, Osmosis era, Ozzy Osbourne. Osmosis era, Ozzy Osbourne. Or even his latest album, Patient Number 9. Very Ozzy Osbourne-esque is this song. You know, and, you know, like having recently, you know, myself personally gone through some heartbreak and struggles and eventual triumphs, you know, I can totally kind of relate to these lyrics, you know. One of my favorites on the album, Lost in You. Excellent tune. And then we close out the album with track number 10, Santa Fe. A very personal song from Don. Very personal song from Donnie Dokken. It's basically just Don with a guitar, just strumming an acoustic guitar, and Don singing the story about how he recently, or you know, over the last couple of years or so, how he left LA. He moved out of Los Angeles and made his journey to his new home in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Very cool tune. Perfect for late night driving down the highway, just cruising. It's a very chill, just relaxing, kind of introspective song. And then one thing that I have not heard yet, I'm surprised somebody hasn't uploaded it on the YouTube yet. And I plan on getting the import version of this, the import version from Japan of Dokken Heaven Comes Down. The Japan import version has a bonus track called Forevermore, which I'm really kind of curious about. I'd really like to hear that. So here soon, I'll probably invest in the Japanese import version of Dokken Heaven Comes Down. So overall, my overall view of Dokken Heaven Comes Down, I have to say this is a very strong album. The best Dokken album in a very long time. Very much equal parts classic 80s Dokken and more of the 2000s era Dokken. Let's say Lightning Strikes Again, Hell to Pay Dokken. So it's kind of like that. You take the best of the 80s era and then you take the best of the 2000s era Dokken and kind of mix them together and you get this. Dokken Heaven Comes Down. A very solid rockin' release, in my opinion. In this day and age, a perfect sound for the band. Don and the guys seem to be in a great place creatively, and you know, and like latest like interviews, because like leading up to this release, dude, I binged watched like majority of Don's latest interviews, and in all of the interviews, like Don just kept going on and on about how he feels that this is gonna be probably more than likely the last Dokken release, the last brand new Dokken studio album. And I get that, you know, because he's having problems with his hand, I think it's his right hand. I know he had some kind of paralysis issues with his hand, and with that, he can't play his guitar anymore, and he can't write songs anymore. But he did say in an interview that, like, you know, in his mind, he can still write riffs and come up with them and then just transpose them to John Levin, and him and John can keep writing. So I say, I mean, I know it sucks you can't play anymore, Don, but dude, this album is such a fucking fine album, and it's Dokken finally getting back on their feet after a couple of, I mean, you know, Broken Bones, not very good. Lightning Strikes Again, I thought was good. And Hell to Pay, I thought that album was fucking awesome. So like, this is Dokken really getting back to a modern peak performance. So while, dude, I say strike while the iron's hot, man. And I think Don said that they have 4 to 5 songs left from these writing sessions. Do take those. If they're as good as the music on this album, like, come up with 4 or 5 more, dude, and put out a new Dokken album in the next couple years and keep going while you got the creative streak in you. Because this right here, it's a very, very fine slab of classic heavy metal greatness, traditional metal greatness. This is not hair metal. There's no fucking glam or hair metal shit on this. This is traditional, old school heavy metal badassery. In the opinion of Wild Ride bassist Dick Twatkins. So, you know, on the Dick Twatkins scale of ranking, 1 out of 5 stars. I've really thought about this. And, you mean for what it is? For what it is in 2023, I can't really find anything that I don't really like about this album. It's a very strong album. The songwriting's great. The guitar work is great. The bass playing is great. The drumming is great. Chris McCarville and BJ Zampa, awesome, solid rhythm section. John Levin killing it. Like I said, dude, in my opinion, in this modern age, he plays better than George Lynch. Much better guitarist for Dokken in the current age than George Lynch. So, you know, with that being said, and you know, and I'm not comparing this really much to Tooth and Nail or Back for the Attack or like Under Lock and Key, because those albums are untouchable, dude. But in this modern age of 2020 or in 2023, you know what? I think I got to give this album 5 stars, man. This is a badass album, and one of the things I like about it is the songs are short. I believe in 10 tracks. This album clocks in at maybe 30, 35 minutes, somewhere in that. I love that this album is short, compact, and to the point, and kicks you right in the fucking teeth. It doesn't have 14, 15 songs. It doesn't have a bunch of filler. This is how you record an album in this day and age of short attention spans and shit. Because to me, I think the best albums have 8, 9, 10 songs on them. And Donnie Dokken and the boys delivered strongly. So yeah, I'd give it a 5-star ranking. Check it the fuck out. So now, let's go into this. We're going to do a vinyl unboxing. I pre-ordered this from some company from over in Europe. It took a while for me to get this. I think about a week and a half after release date. I think it might have been from HMV. Maybe, quite possibly from HMV. I can't remember. But this is supposed to be like a purple vinyl edition. You know, because I wanted that one. I'm a colored vinyl fan. Black vinyl's cool, but I love getting the colored vinyl variants. I think it looks awesome. And I've been waiting to share this moment with you all. The only thing that kind of bummed me out is you know, kind of right there at the top, you can see it's got a seam split. That kind of sucks a little bit. But I'm not going to send it back and then take another fucking month to get here. I'll just deal with it. It's got a little seam split, but I mean, it's okay. So let's bust this bad boy out and let's see what this looks like. I know it's supposed to be like a purple vinyl. I haven't seen any pictures of anybody else buying this online, so I have no clue what this actually looks like besides seeing the mock-up picture on the website. So you take your Wild Ride Mick Watkins glow-in-the-dark signature guitar pick, and you find the slit. You find the slit and you penetrate it and you slide it down. Oh, so gently. Look at that. That's the best way to open vinyl, and it even works for CDs as well. So there you go. Let's check it out. Vinyl unboxing. I think the shrink wrap. There's no kind of cool hype sticker on this release. Nothing like that. See, you take that, dude. And I love how on this album cover, the Dokken logo, it's kind of done in this sleek, kind of shiny. See, you can kind of see that in the light. See what I'm talking about? That's fucking bad, dude. That's pretty cool. Right, so there it is. There's Joey on the album cover. Check out Edwin Canistrasi's review. It was not Edwin reviewing this album. It was actually Freddy Krueger reviewing Heaven Comes Down. It's an awesome review. You need to check that out as well. There's Donnie on the back singing, track listing. Let's check it out. See what the vinyl's got. Cool. There's no goodies in there. Smells good though. I love the smell of new vinyl and new CDs. That fresh plastic smell. It's awesome. So then you pull out the jacket. Jacket seems to be in good shape. No creases or rips or anything. You got all the lyrics on there. It's pretty cool. Got all the production notes, the band lineup. Don Dokken, vocals, John Levin, guitar, Chris McCarville on bass, BJ Zampa on drums. Produced by Bill Palmer and Don Dokken. Artwork by Chris McCarville. The bassist, Chris McCarville, did the artwork. I didn't know that. That's awesome. So not only is he a badass bass player, a badass singer, he's a badass graphic artist too. Get up, Chris McCarville, for delivering my favorite Dokken album cover. Yeah, very special thanks to Mark Bowles, all background vocals. Dude killed it. And I know it was, where's it at? I don't know. It might have been mastered by Kevin Shirley, who has done all of the more modern era Iron Maiden albums. Fucking boring as hell. So this is the best thing that Kevin Shirley's done in probably decades. All right, so let's check it out. Let's see what this purple vinyl looks like. I'm gonna close my eyes because I like surprises. Let's check it out. Oh, nice. Yeah, check it out. It's kind of like a violet kind of a little bit of a marble look. Check it out. Pretty sweet. So yeah, if you dig this, go on, I think it's hmv.com, whatever. Just type in on your Google search Dokken Heaven Comes Down purple vinyl and pick you up one, man. I can't wait to crank this. It's freaking awesome to add it to the collection. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining me on this review of the brand new Dokken album, the 12th studio album from 80s traditional metal legends. Don Dokken fucking rules. I've long been a fan of Don Dokken and the band Dokken. And a lot of people had this misconception that Dokken was all about George Lynch and stuff, and that George Lynch was the sound of Dokken. Not really, because if you listen to a lot of George Lynch's solo projects and Lynch Mob and stuff, he never quite nails the Dokken sound. But ever since George Lynch has left Dokken, whether it's been with Reb Beach, John Norum, or John Levin, the classic Dokken sound has pretty much always remained thanks to Don Dokken, because Don Dokken is the sound of Dokken. Fuck, he's the genius behind the band. George Lynch is amazing. I love George Lynch as a guitar player. But dude, when push comes to shove, in my opinion, and Dokken, it's all about Donnie Dokken. So yeah, excellent album. Check it out. Guys, thank you all for tuning in to this latest edition of Radical Rock and Record Reviews. And I will be seeing you all very